Hi, this is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. I'm back. Let's hope the stream doesn't crash again or block up or spin or whatever you want to call it. I really hate this, and I'm hoping next year, particularly if we get a stimulus check where I pay off the coin loans, I get a GoPro, I get an iPhone. And if I get a GoPro, I can probably do the GoPro live with this piece of software that's out there, and I can do the videos anywhere. And so this is why I'm hoping for the $2,000 stimulus check. Money for the cats, money for the car fund, to get my coin loans out, $465 worth. Get an iPhone, and also have money to repair the iPad. So I am so tired. There he is, Mr. Mix, Mix. I got $100 on PayPal this morning. I'm really, really gratified for that. And you missed the unboxing of the kitty food. So there's the kitty food brought to you by a cat that looks like Mama Cat. So cute. So Merry Christmas to you as well. So I was really shocked. I got 25 and 25 and 50. So stimulated my economy and the kitties too. And two messages said it's for me and the kitties. And I'm ahead on dry food for the month, but this means this pays for next month's wet food. So I won't have to buy wet food after I go out and order it or get it or whatever until February. So that's really great. I mean, I can put aside some money or put money into the car fund or pay down a credit card. And I've got something else coming in on the 31st. And Amazon said my card was denied. My order was denied. So I'm going to definitely have to pay on my Amazon card. I hate Amazon store card because they always tell me the wrong amount. There's something I really wanted to order, so I will pay that down, order it. Now, once I pay the Amazon store card off, and I'm not going to use it for a while because the Synchrony Bank really annoys me. So anyway, now I lost the people who were in here. I had about 4 people in chat. So I will go out today and take, if they're going to be open today, I will take this to the repair shop, the iPad. And if we do get $2,000 stimulus, I can repair the other iPad. And then, yeah, Todd Herman. I'm not impressed with some of these guest hosts. The only one I like is Mark Stein. And Rush made his last show of the year yesterday. He was, you could hear him. He was almost crying. I don't know if they have helped him stop his terminal lung cancer or not. And I don't know if there's a way to stop terminal lung cancer. I know he's had treatments. I know he stayed at home a lot. And let's say this shirt. Does this shirt say YouTube? It says YouTube, subscribe, the guy from Pittsburgh. And not the imposter. So I got up once. All right, for you, you've been a supporter of the channel. There it is. So, and I thank you. The prickle participle. Hello, Estes. Yeah, and I think he was trying to fight it. I hope, God willing, that Rush gets through this and stays alive. And a miracle, a Christmas miracle, a New Year's miracle, whatever you want to call it, a Hanukkah miracle, that he beats cancer and we don't lose the most important conservative voice out there that fights the good fight. Now, I have an imposter on YouTube who pretends to be me, and I know it's not my music. Music. The music channel, the All Moose channel. No, it is not my music channel, but someone said I should sing my way. And, well, I don't know how good a job I did, but regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. Um, so my voice is shot anymore. I used to be in choirs, would sing, and I was fairly good at it, all modesty aside. So, no, we can't lose Russia. The other one I love is Mark Levin. And there was some squib I got that Mark Levin is quitting the air, so I don't know what's going on with that. Of course, as you know, I am perfect. I've never made a mistake. I'm 100% always correct, where Rush is 99.999% correct. Just kidding, folks. I told Kathy, well, I am your king, and you will obey, and you will listen to my words of wisdom and bow before me and say, yes, master, I will obey, and you are right. You are always right. And she usually says something mean to me. I'm pulling her leg, though, I am never wrong. I have failed because I did not receive the proper information, input, advice, whatever you want to call it. I'm never wrong. So, yeah, Levin's on Blaze, Levin's on Fox, Levin's got his own radio show. Levin will be on your local corner selling chestnuts soon. Levin will be everywhere. I think Levin's brilliant. Michael Savage is quitting. Okay. Well, and I got an email from the guy who was recording me to be on at 6:00 last night. Well, somewhere between 6 and 9, I went to sleep. My body said, you've got to get some sleep. And so I was sleeping. So I did not look at that. And I kind of wonder about restreaming my video. It kind of bugged me. Did it without permission. So, yeah, I think the Republicans are being jerks. I think the Democrats and attacking Trump after he said $2,000 stimulus for the people are being jerks. I wish we had someone like a Samson that would go and, tear down the pillars, collapse the whole place, and we could start over with a whole new crew. I'm not advocating terrorism, but that figuratively, I'm sick of both sides. The most, billions of dollars in tribute to foreign lands, but pennies for the American people. So it is really disgusting. Used to hear Levin on, I think KSFO at about 3:00 in the afternoon when I was running around. For some reason, my stupid phone doesn't have the internet, but I had it on the iPad, and I love Mark Levin. And he gets so angry. He gets so angry. The last guy I heard on the radio get that angry was Pete Franklin. Flush that guy. I miss Pete Franklin. So on KMBR. Franklin died some time ago, but it's hard to do a talk show, and I would love to do a real talk show with real callers. So, and somewhere where someone could see me, I would have to use a flashlight for light, and it needs new batteries. This thing, running it for 2 videos, I recharged this 2 days ago. So the light sources are not the best. I need a clip-on light for this Mac, I think. So I don't know what overwhelmed the camera. But, Kevin McCarthy said, well, I'm not going to allow a unanimous vote. And then Rand Paul voted against original stimulus. He said something yesterday about it. He's right about all this pork in the bill. $1.3 billion to Egypt, $15 million to fix a boat in Sri Lanka, the former Ceylon. What the hell is it? The Love Boat? And the one that really got me and got other people and got Trump is money for Pakistan for gender identification. Man, woman. The only other one is transsexual. So, I can't. Well, maybe because the women have burqas on their faces, so you can't tell who they are. So No, no, no. This is one time. We don't get 2 weeks. We don't get every month. We can't afford that. They got rid of all the foreign aid. Some guy called Rush the other day and said we'd get $3,000 one-time payment. And the Smithsonian isn't open. There's money for that. They're rebuilding or building a new FBI building. There's money for that. There's money for the National Center for the Arts. There's money for the Kennedy Center. 3 out of 4 places are closed now because of the pandemic. No money for the post office, which is struggling, yet they're raising rates next month. So if you've got to mail a package or mail a letter, they're going up. What will probably happen with this? Well, Trump could sign this bill. He made his point. He flung the gauntlet down. He could well sign this bill. He could pocket veto it, which it becomes law anyway. There is one way where I think if he does something, that it goes where this Congress expires near the end of the year. And if he does it a certain way, then this bill becomes dead. And the next Congress, with some new Republican congressmen and the new Republican senators, would start over, and they'd start the whole circus all over again. But in the meantime, the government would shut down because he voted down to the Defense Act. He went rid of that horrible thing that protects YouTube, Twitter, Facebook from being sued in part, for lies and slander, not only against Trump, but against people like me. And I think Democrats are so fond of this for some reason, probably because they like liberalism and they hate conservatives. So it's a way to suppress free speech. So I've called Rush on Open Line Friday, but it is very, very difficult to get through on any day with Rush, much less Open Line Friday. So I've talked to him twice, and he featured one of my calls on his website a long time ago. My mother found out because the trolls called her. The trolls harassed my mother, who was 90 at the time, and told her I listened to Rush Limbaugh and I watched Fox News. And she, being a lifelong Democrat, had a fit, called me up and said, I will never talk to you again because support that George Bush. She really hated George Bush. And then when Obama came in, she was mad that Obama was engaging in war against terrorists. She didn't like Obama either, even though she was a Democrat. Well, her not talking to me drove her nuts. She didn't know what was going on with me. That lasted about 2 months. So well, I don't know about that because here's the thing. If the Republicans win in Georgia, it will stop all the Biden Green New Deal. Biden wants to throw out the Trump tax cuts. Biden wants to jack the taxes up, and that's what we've seen in California and New York. That is disastrous for the economy of those states. People are leaving. 1 million people, 1.5 million people have left New York. Millions are leaving California. They're moving to Texas, Colorado. The only problem is a lot of these people are liberals. They bring in the liberal politics into a state that's conservative like Texas. And they passed this new law that if you leave the state, they can tax you anyway, even after you've gone. And that's a violation of a court case. So that's going to go to court and be thrown out. But Republicans want to cut taxes. Democrats want to raise taxes so they can have all their Green New Deal and leftist programs. So I think if Biden gets in, we're going to get a stimulus check no matter what. If Trump remains in power, we're going to get a bigger stimulus check. He's going to insist on it. But you have a fractured Republican Party right now. You have the fiscal conservatives. You have the pro-Trumpers. You have the anti-Trumpers like Romney. And so, and Trump is really mad at Mitch McConnell. He's mad at the congressman from South Dakota. And the governor says she's not going to run, or a senator from South Dakota, she's not going to run against this guy, even though she supports Trump. So You grown man, you can watch what you like. No, well, it's not that. YouTube censors conservatives. They censor anyone who discusses the election results. So, and they either demonetize you or they put you on limited monetization. So that's not fair, and it's not right. And yet they allow all kinds of trolls and slander to go on, even though they have rules against harassment. Yeah, well, the thing is with the taxes, state taxes will be different than federal taxes. And one thing in this new bill, they made the PPP before you had to pay it back, and they taxed you on it as income. And with this new bill, there's a provision there: the PPP money is not taxable. So, and the other thing, one Republican congressman said, or on Newsmax, I forget where I heard, an economic expert, and he said, they're giving you $600. It's your money. It's money you paid in taxes, and they're acting like they're doing a big deal to here's your $600, but we're going to give Egypt 1.3 billion. We're going to give Israel $500 million. We're going to give Sri Lanka. We're going to give other countries big money, but they throw peanuts at you. And here's $600. Don't spend it too fast. Make it last minute and a half. So it's censorship. It's not being a grown man or a child or whatever. You can watch whatever you want, but they determine if you make money on it. They will remove certain videos without any input from you or your viewers. So where did I get the cat nap? I don't know. I had him years ago. I've had him for years. And it's Christmas stocking. And let's see who made this. There's a warning label. Kurt S. Adler, licensee, New York, New York. And registry number in Pennsylvania. So this is a Pennsylvania-made cat, I guess. It's made in China, but I love the cat and hat. So I see these things in the store when I have money. I have Yoshis. I have 3 Yoshis. I have I can't remember what he is. He's on the wall. Piplup. I have different things. This I got at Target. I don't know where I got this little guy, but I love him because his snowflake changes color. I got this at the thrift store for $4, and you can still see the $4. So this is kind of cool, Well, the problem, if I take all my plushies down, I'm gonna have to dust them off. Then I got a problem. I got 4 plushes up there, and then I have to move everything to get them from up there, and then I have to climb a ladder to get them back up. I can get them all off the door and show that. So, well, the other thing, when someone dies, Trump and the Republicans got rid of the death tax. So I don't understand why they're taxing your neighbor's husband housing the state so much. They shouldn't have. But individual states do weird stuff. Now, if you're in Nevada or Florida or one other state, there would be no income tax. You would have had money. Your friend would have had money. And that's where you need to move to, is Florida or Nevada. I forget if it's Oregon or Washington. I saw part of a video where Washington, Seattle is turning into a hellhole. where drug dealers are openly setting up umbrellas in the street and selling drugs, and the police can't. They don't want to do anything about it. The city doesn't want to do anything about it. They won't arrest them. Anybody can do whatever they want, vandalize, graffiti, attack people, and nothing gets done because it's permissive liberalism. So I don't know if the Santa is rare. No, this guy, I don't know if he's rare. It doesn't even say where it was made. It's a battery operated toy. This guy was $10 at Target. This fellow. So he's brand new, but he looks 50s. He looks kind of vintage. And I don't remember where I got the reindeer either. There's not a bobcat. A ridiculous assertion. So, but I'm looking at my door and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 plushes on the door. This is 5. This is 6, 7, 8. Another one's around here somewhere. I got 3 Sinclair dinos, plush dinos, a Stegosaurus, and a giraffe. That's 10. And there's 2 or 3 more there. I've shown all this stuff in videos. You go back, or I should do a plush video. And the other thing, I will be able maybe to afford a caregiver. I got to pay for gas. I don't know if I have to pay their hours. No, I don't have a bobcat. There's this guy, Mr. Corn or something. He comes in and keeps saying the reindeer is a bobcat. He annoys the hell out of me. I told him to knock it off. He keeps saying it. I finally put him in a timeout. I blocked him temporarily. No, look, both Kathy and I like cuteness. That's why we have cats. They're cute. And we love them. But I see something cute. She sees something cute. She buys it. She tends to buy purses and Pokemon. I buy plushes. I have 6 or 7 behind this sign. Charmanders. I have a little light up Halloween ghost who changes colors if he still works. He's working or not. I think this has one of those watch batteries in it. I think he may be dead. Yeah, I think he's dead. I'm going to have to open that up with a screwdriver and put a new battery in. He flashes. Wait a minute. There we go. There we go. It's cute. I got this at the Spirit store for a couple of bucks. And our favorite, there's Halloween, Christmas, Easter, and Valentine's Day. That's our 4 favorites. So I have lots of Halloween stuff. So he's one of my little Halloween things. And I have other Christmas things too, but no room. If I ever hit the lotto, you would see all this stuff displayed. There'd be a special wall, a plush wall or a plush room. No, it's not dead. It's a plastic ghost. It's not dead. It's never been alive either. Well, I turned on Coast last night, and he had some guy talking about George King. Now, I'm a little behind in my strange cult. I think it was a British Ethereum Society. And they started talking about Jesus. And then George said, could it be that Jesus was an alien implant implanted into the Virgin Mary? And I rolled my eyes up. And then the guy said, you're absolutely right, George. That's exactly what it was. And then the killing of Jesus was a planned event. And I got to thinking, what is this, like Requiem for a Havagate? All right, Jesus. And the reason Jesus went off the desert for 40 days and spent time fighting Satan, he had to meet his alien creators. And they said, okay, Jesus, you're going to go down to the 3rd round of the crucifixion. It will be Pontius Pilate 1, Jesus nothing. I could have been a contender, you know. I'm going like, and I said, that's enough. I can't listen anymore to stuff. This is why I don't listen to Coast anymore. Jesus is an alien implant. So, and I just shake my head. And I said, I can't listen to this garbage. He brings these weirdos out here and puts them on the air. They come out of the woodwork. This guy was from Britain, and yes, the aliens came and they found the Virgin Mary and they put an embryo in there, and Jesus was an alien, a space creature. Now, I'm not a Christian, and I'm not making fun of any Christians or anybody's beliefs, but even I have limits to my incredulity, and that was it. And I turn on Coast, I listen for about 5 minutes, and they got the nut of the night. I turn it off. That's why I don't listen to Coast anymore. Oh, good Lord. Excuse me. My tea just came back up. Well, if you pay for Streamlink, only pennies a day, you can listen to it anytime you want. You pay for you can listen on your iPad, you can listen on your iPhone, you can listen on your Android tablet, you can listen on your computer, your excuse me, your laptop, and for all I know, your Alexa, your Google device, your Apple super speaker, whatever the hell it's called, But George used to say, you can listen to Coast on Streamlink for pennies a day. Every time George talks, it's pennies from heaven. Da-da-da-da-da. So, I used to make fun of him. Not for Daniels. And that's when he stopped saying pennies a day. I was the one who made him stop. So, because I said it was so ridiculous. And pennies a day. How many pennies? And he had to break down at $6.99 or $5.99. It's $11.99. It's $18.99. It's $40 a year, $45. And I found out if you did it one way and you did it the other way, they were off. They weren't. You were losing money. I was paying $6.99 a month, but it was silly for me to give pennies a day. Yeah, Alexa. Yeah. I ordered something and I have to reorder it now because Amazon store card said your card's been declined. Excuse me. On the 31st, I will pay enough to order what I ordered. And then if we get a stimulus, I will the other thing I'll do is buy an Apple speaker, the new Apple Home, whatever it's called. And I hope they do a good job cleaning your house and doing your dishes and your laundry. I need 3 Alexas in here. Ones that do my laundry and cleaning and will take out the recycling, and sift the cat box and empty it, so I don't have to do any of that stuff myself with my bad knee. I wonder if you say, "Hey, Abbott," will the dot or whatever Echo do anything? But the HomePod or whatever they're calling it, it's $99. There's so much I want to get. All I do forget, I will sit here and stare at the walls because there's no buses. And even though I have a little bit of money in the bank, where am I going to go? I mean, I can't go anywhere. Nothing's open, and we're still in lockdown. And our glorious governor is talking about extending the lockdown. And he'll probably be recalled. I'll be so glad to see him go. And he is the nephew of Nancy Pelosi, so enough said about that. And the Democrats attacked Trump and the Republicans for not doing anything for all these months. But every compromise bill, the GOP had said, okay, we'll work on this. We talked to Mnuchin, we talked to Pelosi, we talked to Schumer, we talked to Mitch McConnell. We'll do a deal. And Nancy Pelosi turned it down, 1, because she didn't want to have Trump take credit, and 2, she wanted a Biden victory. Yeah, well, I'm not going to spend $6.99 on Coast. Not for the crap I'm hearing from George Norrie. And I love George dearly as a friend and a person, but the only guy I listen to is George Knapp. And I'm not listening to that because I'm too busy watching videos and all this circus we've got. These clowns on both sides in the Congress and the COVID and everything else. I'm so sick of it all. They could pass a bill effective immediately. We order the sending out of $2,000 checks to every American. That would be, you wouldn't have to put any language in it, and $4,000 checks to couples and $600 checks to each kid. One paragraph, boom, and pass it. Republicans could pass it if they weren't such grouches and talk about fiscal responsibility to future generations. That Trump would sign it in a heartbeat. Everybody have a check in a week, maybe 2 weeks. And as Meet Kevin said, as Loeffler was on Newsmax the other day, and he said it, or he was on CNBC, stimulus checks stimulate the economy. That more money goes back in, 7-1, 8-1, not for every dollar you get in stimulus, it goes back in the economy unless you spend it on the stock market or pay your bills with it. When you pay your bills with it, it eventually goes to somewhere. Well, I don't like Mike Siegel. I don't like Dave Schrader. Art Bell, there's only one host I would listen to if he were still alive, and that's Art Bell, and then George Knapp. And I loved John B. Wells with that deep voice. So, and I haven't seen anybody else. I keep getting mail from that Michael Vera network asking for my donations. I should write them an email. How about you send me a donation, then I'll send it back to you. Yeah, well, that's fine, but I'm saying that if Art were alive, I wouldn't be listening to George Norton. We'd have Art Bell. And you can't improve on Art Bell. I don't care who you are. I watch a lot of Lyndon Bolton Howe videos. I watch other people. There's some paranormal podcasts that are good. And they're Jim Harold and Jim Maillard. And there's some other guys that are just terrible. And the other thing is they got the music. One thing I really hate about videos, I have the volume up and I play music a little bit, clips or something, but they got this thing that's blaring, and I live in an apartment. It's 2 a.m. It's boom, ba boom, ba boom, ba boom. Oh my god, So, well, I wrote him an email, and he said I'd have to pay him, and I'd have to dig up the emails how much he wanted me to pay him. So, well, I don't know how normal it would be as a guest host. And then you got the problem that the trolls are probably coming. The only way I could do it is do a monologue, do it as a podcast with no or selected callers. They have the secret number, and they'd have to have a secret number. Yeah, well, are you talking about the car, or you're talking about the inventor? Are they clown walking shoes or pickle walking shoes? So, or Christmas pickle shoes. 5-mile daily walk. Whoa, my knee would be falling off my leg. I think my leg would be falling off my leg for 5 miles. Clown shoes, yes. Yeah, we should issue clown shoes to all members of Congress and give them a big red nose that would flash on and off, and it would say no stimulus, no stimulus, no stimulus. Yeah, I haven't watched the videos, but they're all kinds of financial guys talking about the Apple car. And of course, if they come out with the Apple car, they'll have to come up with an update, and then it will crash. And then they'll have to come with security fix, just like the software on Mac, We should insult clowns. Yeah, well, I always call them clowns because What other word can I use? Well, I can use a lot of words. Buffoons. The hell is a buffoon anyway? Um, because these people are like, they get a minimum of 175 grand a year. And in the old days, 50, 100 years ago, they'd smoke cigars and well, American people said and if you elect me, I will do this for you, and I will do this for you. But we have to be responsible. We cannot let the deficit, and we cannot let taxes. We cannot blah blah blah. It's all like I heard them this morning. One woman went completely nuts, and she's done some good work. The past work on stimulus. She's helped the poor. I think she's in Minnesota, but she spent her whole 5 minutes dumping on Trump. Yeah, right. Via iTunes. That's another animal. They screwed iTunes up. They screwed around with Final Cut Pro. Apple's not have a great track record with software at times. Going back to System 7, which is why I'm still on older Macs because they work. Mr. Claghorn, I recognize the senator from Nevada, because if I ran for the Senate, I'd have to move to Nevada. Get the hell, become a millionaire and get the hell out of California. And then send every one of my loyal, faithful subscribers and donors $1,200 stimulus checks. And a new Mac Mini. Stimulate their lives a little bit. And if they have cats or dogs, send them treats. And here comes Fuzzy. The stimulating Fuzzy. Hello, stimulating Fuzzy. Baby cat. It's funny, when I talk to her, she stops and she just freezes. Like, come on. Oh, sneezing. Not good, little. Another thing, I get the stimulus check, pay down a card, and the cat goes to the vet. Fuzzy, baby cat. And now she turns her head. And now she turns her head back to the middle. And here she comes. And now it's time for grabbing the Fuzzy. The baby. Cat treats for every kitty in America. And doggy treats for every doggy. Here's my baby. The baby. I love the fuzzy tail. I love the fuzziness. Yes, and the little baby. Your baby. Okay. Ooh. Well, here's the thing with the new Silicon Mac Mini. It outdoes anything out there. They did benchmark, or what do they call it, test. It even outdoes the Mac Pro, the $55,000 Mac Pro, before you put all kinds of cards into it. It outdoes, except for some things in Final Cut, it kicks Intel's ass. That's why I would spend $2,200, except for their chintzing. Apple always has to cheap on something. Before it was hard drives, mechanical hard drives, the fusion drive. I want a fusion drive that will take me to warp speed into orbit so I can go travel around the galaxy. And now I'm going live from Pluto and it's freezing out here. But they only give you like 256 megabytes of memory or gigabytes, whatever the hell it is. I want 3264 in that thing. And like, I can go get a portable hard drive at Costco, an 8 terabyte hard drive. Why can't they put that in a Mac Mini? But it kicks ass. You watched reviews from Luke Miani and Snappy Labs and other guys comparing the Silicon Mac Mini and the Silicon products have come out so far, and they're kicking butt. So, and you don't have to worry about DLL faults and use Zone Alarm or whatever antivirus software. There are viruses that attack the Mac, but not many. But if I did ever go to Congress, I'd say, you people on both sides of the aisle should be ashamed of yourself. This is money the American people have paid into the taxes, and you act like it's a gift. You're giving back their own money. And you're spending money like a drunken sailor at a strip club. And then he gets rolled for his money and winds up on the street and in the paddy wagon. 1.3 billion to Egypt so they could buy Russian military equipment after they hacked us, and then gender identification and other money to Pakistan. But the love boat in Sri Lanka, the former Ceylon, $15 to fix a ship. $15 million. We got the United States passenger liner rusting in New York. We can't restore the symbol of American passenger ship history. We can give them guys 15 million bucks. And millions to the Smithsonian. I've spent time in the Smithsonian. Never been to the Air and Space Museum, but I used to live in Washington, D.C. I spent a lot of time in the Smithsonian. And the National Gallery of Art, although I looked at the pictures and said, ho-hum, it's art, big deal. And paintings and sculpture. And I'm not into modern art. But it's ridiculous. Take all that out. Everybody in the country get $3,000 checks, maybe $5,000 checks. Yeah, I got a MacBook Pro sitting right there. It's a 2009, and it works. Although I screwed up the charging cable, I got to buy it because the rubber frayed. The chair ate the rubber. So if I can buy a good computer, I'd buy right now the new Silicon Mac Mini. Then I'd have to get a monitor and get a camera, but that's what I would go for. Probably go get a used Thunderbolt, 27-inch Thunderbolt, and attach the Logitech or whatever camera up to the top. That would sure as hell run a lot faster than this thing, which is now 12 years old, and so is the other one. And imagine if I had 10 grand, I could Mac Mini. I could put a Mac Mini in a bathroom. And get a nice echo effect. Hi, this is a guy from Pittsburgh. Because it's an echo in that bathroom. Have a Mac Mini in my on a table on my bed. So I just lower it to stomach level and could watch YouTube in bed. It wouldn't have to hold on the iPad anymore. Every computer would be in here. Of course, if I had unlimited amount of money, like 300, the Powerball and the Mega Millions are well over 300 million. I would probably buy one Intel Mac Pro, the cheese grater with the wheels and all that cockamamie nonsense, and then buy a bunch of iPads. And I'd probably send out everybody who'd give me money a free iPad Pro. And I'm waiting to see what they come out with in silicon. And I don't know how they're going to get the caulk out of the computers once they make them, but that's another issue with Apple. I've all got this caulk all over my motherboard. How do I get it off? Instead of thermal paste. They put caulk and silicone caulk in there. They went to Home Depot and just swooshed it all over the place. So I'm not into windows. And so and then I've had also unlimited money. I buy a couple Mac cubes, a 20th anniversary Mac, and older Macs play my older games. And I would buy one older PC at 486 to play the older PC games. And then buy for Kathy when I build her a house, buy her an Alien arcade game, which costs about $6,000. Buy Mappy for the both of us. Try to find, they're very rare, the sit-down version of Spy Hunter by Asteroids and Centipede and whatever else is out there. Space Invaders. I don't like these 250 million game consoles. I want the individual machines, And if I could build a building for it, maybe put them all in one building. Then if I decide to have a meet and greet, everybody could be playing video games and get the Atari and the N64 and the Sega Genesis. And I don't do PlayStation. I don't do whatever the other device is that somebody puts out. And the Wii, no Wii bowling. And I would buy a Switch. I tried playing on the Switch. I kicked any splinters in my hand. So now I've stopped this conversation. No one's saying anything. So, hey, we could combine clown shoes with like Air Jordans and track shoes and football shoes, and then we'd have like a hybrid shoe. You could run, you could be a clown, you could run track, you could play football, you could play baseball. All right, yes, have a Merry Christmas, Mix Radio. Thank you for your support over the last few months. Greatly appreciated. Have a great day. Be safe, be careful out there on the roads, wherever you are. And thanks for coming in. Always happy to see you. And say hello, Air Bozos. Yep. I can't do the Bozo, the clown laugh. Air Bozos. I love it. Or would there be, and then Amazon would buy them and turn them into Air Bezos or Bezos, however you pronounce his name. Air Bezos, yep. Because Bozo always laughed in the cartoons at the end of the cartoon when he talked to Butch, his ringmaster sidekick. Weird Bozo laugh. Yeah, he would get him some of those AirPods, but I like headphones. I don't like the AirPods. I always feel, and then earwax would get all over them, Because I got a sinus infection, I get liquid in the ears. Appropriate Bozo music, And then you could hire a Bozo and have him be your political reporter. Hello, this is Bozo the Clown, and I'm reporting on the Bozos in Congress. And today, here's what they did on the stimulus. From one set of clowns to another. What if we had everybody show a whole bunch of clowns picketing? Clowns need stimulus too, Yeah. Well, I think I'm going to end this, folks. All of a sudden, my body has said sleep time. And I think I'm going to lie down for an hour and then fix that Mac and see if they're open. And then if they're open, I will go out and take the iPad. And if they're not open, then I will have to wait till Monday because it's going to rain Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I have to wait till Tuesday. But all of a sudden, I've been up since 6 a.m. I'm really sleepy. Okay, thanks for coming in. And I gotta go because I'm fading. So have a great day. Have a great Christmas Eve. This is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. Stay warm, stay dry, stay safe on the roads. Hope you find all the presents you want in the stores today. Yes, Estes Perkle will go out and get fried pickles for lunch on a hard roll. So purple pickles on a purple hard roll. There we go. Yes, I know that clowns need stimulus. All right, that's it for this one. And Merry Christmas and have a great day. This is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. Bye-bye for now.